Hey everyone! Welcome to a new tutorial. In this tutorial we will learn how to create a pixel art, and how to pixelate any vector. Start by making a new document. Press Ctrl+N. Or Command+N if you are using a Mac. I will name this pixel art. Choose the dimensions you want. I will set mine to these values. We will start by creating a grid. From the line drop menu, choose Rectangle Grid tool. Click once on the artboard. Set the dimensions to 1000 by 1000 pixels. The number of dividers in the grid will decide how big or small the pixel will be. If you are creating a design with a lot of details, increase the number of dividers in order to have smaller pixel size. We will use big pixels first, so set the dividers number to 25. Both horizontally and vertically for now. Remove any fill color and stroke of the grid. Select the grid and from Object menu, choose Light Paint, then Make. Now you can paint over this grid. I have prepared some colors here to use. Press I to grab the eyedropper tool, then press K to use the live paint tool. Select any color, and start painting. You can draw anything you want. I will try to draw a water bottle. Click and drag to paint over the grid with your color. I have made the basic bottle shape. Now I will use a different color to make a cap for this bottle. I used the previous color again to make a label cover. Now it's time to fill it with some water. The bottle is done. To make it better, start adding some shadows and highlights to it. Select the color of every element, and choose a lighter shade of it to add highlights to one side. And choose a darker shade to add shadows to the other side. I assume here that the light source is coming from the left side. This is how you can draw anything you want. If you are not that great artist like my case here, and you can't improvise, you can draw any vector, and start to pixelate it using the grid. For example, I made this icon, and I have prepared its colors here on the left. You can use any icon or illustration you want. Select your icon, and reduce its opacity to something around 50%. Then select the icon, and press Ctrl+2 to lock it. Please note that the grid is still there in its place. As before, select the color of every element, and using the Live Paint tool, start to trace over the icon. If you painted more squares than you should, and want to delete some of them, disable the fill color, and paint over the extra squares. I have finished tracing the icon. Now press Ctrl+Alt+2 to unlock the icon. You can leave it as a reference as you add more details. Now let's repeat the highlights and shadows steps as the bottle. Let's reverse the light source direction for this one, for no particular reason. Proceed with adding highlights and shadows to every element, using a darker and lighter shade of every color. You can even add more details. Here I'm adding buttons to the shirt. Maybe some arm lines. And a collar for the shirt. If you mispainted some squares like me here, simply pick the right color, and paint over them. If you want to take this to the next level, you can add more details like eyes, mouth and eyebrows. Make different reactions with them, and animate them using Adobe Flash, Photoshop or After Effects. If you finished a design and want to release it from the grid, select the grid, and from the Object menu, choose Live Paint, then Expand. Now it consists of a lot of square shapes. To reduce the number of squares and make it simpler, select all the squares with the same color, and unite them together to make them one shape.
Here's another example. On the left, an illustration I made for the Liverpool winger and the Egyptian king, Mo Salah. You can notice that this illustration has more details, so I used a grid with smaller pixels. Using this method, you can transform any vector to a pixelated one. Like and share this tutorial if you think it was useful. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more tutorials to come. And check the previous ones. If you have any question, or if you wish to see a certain tutorial in the near future, leave a comment down below. All hail the Egyptian king.